let us move. Well, let's stay in the SEC for now. Tennessee going to Arkansas. When last we saw the Vols, they were actually fairly close to Fayetteville. They were in Norman, winning. Big game. We said this is a huge, monumental watershed type event for Josh Heupel and his program. Now Tennessee goes to Arkansas as a 13.5-point favorite. The ghosts of Clint Sterner, and I say Clint Sterner's still alive. He hosts a radio show in Houston, but he had that fumble in 1998 that saved Tennessee's national title season because Arkansas pushed that Tennessee team to the brink. Can this Arkansas team pull the out? Is this the game that drops our jaw?
Andy, here is the question for you from the chat. Run with it. This one right here. From Nate Lovell.
Is Tennessee more like Bama and Georgia or more like Ole Miss? Wow, what a question. That's Nat Lovell. Nat with the question of the week. Wow, because this game would answer that. Like if they're like Bama or Georgia, they cover this spread. They make this look easy. If they are not, this will be hard.
Well, what do you think? Because I left Oklahoma really impressed last weekend or 2 weekends ago. I think that Tennessee is good enough to win or to be in the mix to win the national championship this year. But I don't know if you feel the same way. And I think I'm probably going to write a column about this when we're done here for today. But did watching Georgia and Alabama play the game that they played change your perspective on the rest of the sport? Like, I think there's only one other team that I've watched so far this year that I think could have hung in that game.
Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
Heupel, which is my breakfast this morning. The world's #1 complete nutrition meal replacement drinks. The Heupel Black Series. They've got the chocolate. They got the vanilla. I'm going chocolate this morning. Everything you need in one bottle. And you know exactly what you're putting in your body. You know exactly how many calories. You know exactly how much fat. Exactly how many sugars. Everything you need. Tons of vitamins. Tons of minerals. They are scientifically designed to give you a perfect meal in a bottle. And I'm telling you, they're awesome, especially if you're really busy. My wife grabs them heading out the door, takes it for her lunch for work. My son will slam one in the morning for breakfast. When you got a bunch going on, it's nice to know exactly what you're getting. So it's Huel.com, 15% off your order with the promo code STAPLES, the world's #1 complete nutrition. Huel.com, that's Huel.com. Use that code STAPLES for 15% off. Ari. So you just discovered that Georgia and Alabama have better players than everybody? Like
no, it was
the year of our Lord 2024.
Andy, you know how I am. You know who I am. I know what talent like. It killed me last year. What do you think? Like I'm like this is new to me. Like, but I'm saying, do you think Tennessee is built to exist and win in a game like that?
I think they're building that way. Like when you have a commitment from the #1 offensive tackle prospect in the country, like you're working on building that way. Does Tennessee have a top to bottom roster that matches up with Alabama and Georgia? Not yet. Does Tennessee's first 22 match up with Alabama and Georgia? They're getting close. They're pretty close. And I think that's the thing. This game will challenge Tennessee's defense. This is what we liked what we saw out of Tennessee's defense against Oklahoma, but Oklahoma had a ton of injuries at wide receiver. We're not sure about their offensive line. Taylor Green has been a very dynamic quarterback. Jaquindon Jackson is a great running back. They've got some good receivers, and Bobby Petrino is an excellent play caller. This will test Tennessee's defense. If Tennessee's defense shuts down Arkansas's offense, then I think we should feel pretty good about Tennessee going forward. I'm going to take Tennessee to cover here, Ari.
Yeah, I'm not going to get off the Tennessee bandwagon because we haven't seen them play in 2 weeks. Like I think that when you look at the defensive line, I think Pierce is going to be potentially the #1 overall pick in the draft this year. I love the growth that Nico has had. I think that the bye week came at a perfect time for Tennessee to kind of decompress from that emotional win. I think Arkansas is a very good football team, and I don't know that I believe that Tennessee is going to humiliate them. But I do think that a 40-20, 44-20 type game or 39-20 type game, comfortable cover of a 14.5-point spread, I think is what I think, but I don't think it's going to be an absolute annihilation. If it is, then Tennessee's, I've got them number 3, man. So I'm talking about the team that I think is one of the best teams in college football. And, I wrote a column off of the Oklahoma game that this team is in a position to do some things that is not that they weren't built to do 2 years ago with the Hendon Hooker team. I truly believe that. So that's where I'm at.
All right. So we're both taking Tennessee to cover.